Hey! Welcome back. Another day, another vlog. We're on the big camera tonight. I'm shooting with our 7RT lens. I thought I'd do a vlog with it and see how you like it. A little bit something different. Check out what the glass is like. Doing the video now for it. Got it sort of semi-started last night. I recorded a heap of the review part for the lens, so got to start putting it all together tonight, and hopefully tomorrow night, shift change, I can get it all finished for you. So see how we go. It's coming along. There's a bit to it. I don't want to really rush it if I can help it. I want to try and get in there and make it a good review. I think you'll like it. It's a great lens, and what do you think? Let me know down below. Is it nice and clear and crystal? It's a big widescreen. I'm literally 50 centimeters away from the lens, if that, at the moment. So just, yeah, big wide lens. You can get a lot in there. Even if I crop it, go to 4K, which I can do, and crop it, I can still pick up probably this much of it. I just take out the bottom of the top of the laptop there. So yeah, very cool, something different. So I'm very happy. So get ready for that video. I'll let you know. Hopefully tomorrow night I can then. Maybe not tomorrow night, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I should have it out. I should be able to get it uploaded onto the channel. So yeah, exciting things. Very looking forward to that one. World Series is not far away. No games yet. That's going to be Wednesday morning for us in Australia. Gerrit Cole is going to be starting for the Astros. Just been on fire in this postseason. ERA of .40 and 32 strikeouts in 3 starts. 358 Ks for entering the World Series is the most by anyone in a single year since Randy Johnson in 2001. So the lad's on fire. What an ace to have your number. That's a really terrible number 2 pitcher in it. When Verlander's not in there, you've got to have him to start. Just come in and fill in, I guess. It's some tough decisions as a manager of a big league team, I'm sure. Yeah, very cool. So that'll be exciting. They haven't announced the starting pitcher for Washington yet. I would yeah, they don't even have anything up on it, so it's pretty disappointing. There's not even much of a review on the game as such or anything. On MLB.com was a bit disappointing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Be very interesting. I don't know how they haven't announced that. How can the Astros be? That's how confident the Astros. They've bounced straight out of a game and they already know who they're going next. And Washington's had 4 days off and they can't even work out who to start. So I think Washington's already on the back foot. I think they're going to be struggle. I would assume it'll be Scherzer starting. I don't see why you wouldn't come in. You're going to have to go ace against an ace. Yeah, be very interesting. Yeah, what else can I say? I do want to say there's a couple other things. I'm just want to just check in here, see if I can see anything more on that game. Might have a bit more of information. Okay, so after Gerrit Cole, you're going to have Zach Greinke going that game 2, and then you probably got Verlander coming back into game 3, depending on how you go. You're either going to have Scherzer or Strasburg for the Nationals, and then Patrick Corbin. You got Rendon, which is the Anthony Rendon. He's the MVP award for the hunting for that for the MLB versus Bregman. Bregman's had a terrible series. Probably the only one in the Houston that hasn't had a good series. But I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it around for the World Series. He's too good of a player and a hitter. And that's about it. There's really not much. It's going to be tricky to see sort of what happens. I'm going to go with my pick of the Astros. I can't see them getting beaten. If it was the Yankees, it'd be a bit more of a harder pick because they're a hit and miss. The Astros, as I've said before, they're a fantastic team. They're great mates. They play well together. They all want it as bad as they got it the other year or last year, so they're going to be coming in hard. Washington has an uphill battle. They've got a couple of good pitchers. and they're going to have to get these hitters of theirs are going to have to keep hitting. They're going to have to look at that 1 run per innings sort of a game, I think, to get a chance. So yeah, so there we go. 2 days, not long. World Series starts. It's big. It's big. You want to get there. Now, all this week up until tonight, obviously, we have been shooting in with this little puppy. I've put in the link below last night. So that's a little anamorphic lens. Don't know if you can see that. That fits straight over the phone. It's a 1.33. It's a Foles one. $40. I reckon they look pretty good. It sort of what it basically does is vertically compresses it in, so then when you stretch it out, it sort of goes there and gives out sort of that big screen, old school movie type footage. And because of that sort of a squish effect, I guess that's when you get the light sort of plays with the light and you get a bit of a flare action. I'm pretty happy with that. It's come up good and it's worked well. I thought it was fun to do, and I'll probably continue to use it actually for the daily vlogs, even though it is a pain in the butt to get my phone out of the case every single day. It's a really good case, and I've dropped my phone that many times it's never even looked like breaking, but it's a pain in the ass to get off. So, but I think that's worth it. I think it came up really good. I really like that image. It'd be interesting to see how this one comes up and what the clarity and stuff is on the Artesians. So yes, not much to do it. I've got a heap of work to do. I need to get in there, stuck into it. Not much tech news today. The only other news we had that we want to talk about is, if you haven't already heard, and you probably have in the fishing circles, but the MLF, Major League Fishing Association, which sort of become, I guess, become the #1 pro fishing tournament in America this year. They got the big sponsorship from Bass Pro, $10 million a season. All the big fishermen, sort of, well, not all of them, but a majority of them went over to it and swapped over to it. It promotes more money for the fishermen themselves. It's sort of more catered to look after their needs, and it's gone really well. Its ratings have gone through the roof this year, apparently, so it's done a great job. It has merged with FLW. Monstrous decision in fishing. I tried to get a little bit more of the details on there today, but there's nothing on the MLF side, there's nothing on the FLW. Basically, it's a merger. It comes through on October the 31st. It'll be locked and loaded. That's the final day before they can opt out. But basically the guys, I'm pretty sure it's a family that owns FLW. They work right around the world. They're in South Africa, they're in Japan. It's a monstrous organisation. For them combined with this high profile, energetic, young, I guess you could call it, league, the MLF, I think it's a great branding thing. It's going to amount to a lot of fantastic fishermen, given some great opportunities. I'm not sure how they're going to sort out who goes where and what, and which one's the ultimate tier. The MLF has a different setup in the way that they catch and release fish. They don't weigh them in, they weigh them on the boat. It's all done live score updates, then the fish goes back in the water. FLW is the old school, like Bassmaster, well, different to Bassmaster. Bassmaster, you're not allowed to use the net, you've got to scoop the fish up with your hand, and the fish isn't allowed to touch the boat, otherwise you lose points or you get a time penalty. FLW, you can use a net. So all three, that's probably the three big differences out of all three ones. FLW, the previous year, used to have co-anglers, which I thought was really cool. They got rid of that this year, and now I'm not sure how they're going to set it up, because you've got the Forestwood Cup, which is their big $500,000 prize for the winner at the end of the FLW year. And then MLF is obviously a different sort of a setup and more catered to all the anglers, so it'll be interesting to see how they set up. And then are they then going to have just one big pro league, keep all the base leagues, and then one big pro league, and then up the ante for the money, and then maybe say that take the top 50 out of the FLW and then whoever's top 50 go into this big MLF Pro League, and then make the FLW like a second tier level. I'm not sure. They haven't really explained too much on it, but I think something like that would really work well. Sort of, you still keep the FLW events. You maybe you give it like a relegation type scenario, like the soccer in England. Once you hit the top 50 in the FLW, you get to go up and fish the MLF program, which instantly give you a base salary and stuff like that. So it'd be pretty cool, and I think it'll be interesting to see how they set it all up. It's going to be, I'm sure they've only got a couple of months. I think it starts in February, they're talking. So the season starts again. So they've got November, December, January, 3.5 months to get the crap together and work out how they're going to keep everyone happy. There's still some big names in FLW. Scott Martin is probably the most well-known. Apart from Kevin Van Dam, he's probably number 2 sort of well-known guys in the fishing, the bass fishing, especially on YouTube and social media. Scott Martin's huge. He's the face of Dovetail Games, bass fishing, sim fishing world. So, like, he's, I guess, I'm assuming they've got to work out what they're going to do with him. He's their big A-man. Van Dam's obviously Bassmaster, and then you've got like a few of the guys in MLF's got a big batch of those guys in there, probably 4 or 5 that are sort of there. So yeah, it'd be very, very interesting how it comes up, and it's actually pretty exciting. I think 3 was too many. I think it was FLW is smart to join, and FLW is good because it brings that global presence. Now MLF goes from a really fantastic tournament and now becomes a global fishing superstar. Bassmaster's going to have to work out some way to up the ante to stay in the money with the sponsors. So yeah, very exciting on that side. So a lot to come in the next few months for fishing. Stay tuned on that. We'll keep you updated. And that's about it. I have a lot of work to do and not ever enough time in the day. 12.5 hours of work. We've got a little bit of rain this afternoon. Big thunder clouds rolling in, so it's good. I got a little bit of the video. I just missed the sunset. I got a little bit, probably just 5 minutes late to miss the sunset. It was a really nice one for about 5 minutes. But yeah, we're getting there. Plenty to do. Oh, if we could have a 40-hour day, that'd be good. That's it from me. Hope you have a good day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're coming, going, or staying home. Hope your Monday was good, and I'll catch you all tomorrow night. See you guys. Ciao.